I can't see anybody showing up. Hi, Cold Night. Hi, Gypsy Moon. I have a very, very dear friend that was kind enough to run a background check on me. And it was like taking a trip down memory lane. It really was. It was pretty interesting. I got to put this on my Twitter. Yes, my Twitter. Some bitch. Hey. Why wait till Saturday? Why put off till Saturday what you can find out today? When I said that I have no secrets, I always meant it. Hello. I've actually vlogged about a lot of this stuff, and if it wasn't on an actual vlog, it was discussed on a hangout amongst friends. I have no secrets. That's just all there is to it. So let's get started. Who wants to see my criminal background check? I will give you a little bit of a teaser, and it's a little bit of a spoiler alert. There are no prostitution charges. I know, we're all a little bit shocked, right? He's saying he's working. What do you mean? What do you mean? All right, so we're going to get down to the nitty and the gritty of my background check. And Doug's. Okay, this is going to be good. Here we go. It is late. I'm not going to do like them and just say it. Free on the weekends. Yeah, it's because he works a pussy fuck office job that he can't even handle and quits every 3 months. We know they're flapping their gums. I know, but this just kind of pulls the rug out from under their expose. See, it's all about views for him. Not that he's monetized, but it doesn't feed his bank account. It feeds his fragile ego. It gives him that lift that he desperately needs. If this comes down, I'm going to immediately make another account and continue. As a matter, because I'm reading my own. This is my own criminal report. I have every right to read it. Let me just pull up the PD motherfucking F. I don't want to. Leave me alone. Here we go. Elsie gets pissed when you speak for him. Oh, I'm speaking for him. I'm speaking for me. This is my fucking... See, he don't have no criminal background because he's been a pussy his whole life. Stepping outside the comfort zone and living a little... That's why he does everything online. He's a coward. It's not about... I mean, we all fuck up at some time. I mean, some of the... Like, Thomas... Not the pristine little shiny coin that you think he is. I mean, so even people with top security clearance, they've got some fucked up stuff on their report. I'm gonna promise you that. And if we need to, we'll show that too. I'm more than likely just going to email that to people who want to see it. I'm not going to, like, put it on Master Blast. Kind of like they're doing to Kat about her divorce. It's fair. It's public information. You just have to know to look in Bloomington, Indiana, Monroe, Indiana, McKinsey, Tennessee, and a couple of other places like Washington State. Let me... Good for the goose, good for the gander, right? I don't see what the problem is. If they can do it to me, I can do it to them. Fuck you. Fuck you. I see you riding round town with your ugly ass, and I say, fuck you. Okay. Here we go. This is good stuff. Alright, so, once upon a time, there was a little motherfucking bitch named Cori. And she hated the way her name was spelled because she said, Mom, that's a boy's name. And she was a Sagittarius, so that tells you all about her sassy factor. Got all my relatives, don't want to show them. It's nobody's business who my relatives are. If they want to look them up, they're welcome to, and good luck calling them, because you will get your ass chewed out. It's got all the houses I owned, all the houses we bought, all the houses we started off in before we ever bought any houses. A lot of these are saying that people, are connected to me, but they actually used to live in the same addresses that I did. That kind of thing. It's really confusing. Let me see. We're going to get right down to the nitty gritty. And these actually have some pretty cool stories behind them. When I was reading through it and I told my friend, I was like, this is like going down someone else's memory lane mixed with mine. Because some of it just, the people, I don't know who they are. They just kind of, I guess, lived. I have a very long criminal thing here. Let me see. I think I'm blaming it on the font. The font is too long. It's just too long. Can y'all hear me okay? Everything working okay? Likely criminal records. Paulette Corey Briggs, November 26, 1970, Stony Brook Lane. I owned that house. It was massive. I loved that fucking place. It was huge on 5.5 acres. Here we are reminiscing. Criminal. April 7th, that was the update. The case year was 2009. Y'all can't see it, can you? Case year was 2009. See if I can't zoom this shit in a little bit. Can I? Oh, I can. Yeah. Okay, case year was 2009. And it was disposed. It doesn't even tell you what happened. It just... Where the fuck is it? I feel like I'm... Alright, here we go. It just says disposed. I'm too close. Let me try to zoom away. There we go. Disposed. I don't even know what the charge was. It just says a citation. I tried to look it up, but it's no longer on file. And then we've got this one, criminal and traffic court combined when I lived on Stony Brook in that house that I loved. Misdemeanor, no liability insurance. Somebody call the hangman. Traffic misdemeanor. Not a felon. 1 count. Here's what happened. Dismissal without leave. Okay, that same day, no record and no longer has a car. Look, no record and no longer has car. Okay? Canceled, revoked, suspended certificate or tag. Same day, same stop. Dismissal without leave by DA. Again, I'm going to tell y'all the story behind that. That's the cop. And he was so good looking. Okay, no record, no longer has car. See, y'all can't even, there we go. This one is, criminal record, same thing. No, that's not the same one. The ones from 09, there's a couple down below that are from the same day. These are all from November of 09. November 17th of 09. All of these first few. And let me see which other one here. That one, I don't know what it is because it doesn't say, like I was telling you. But when I lived in Nash County in Nashville, North Carolina, there's that one. Misdemeanor, no liability insurance. I'm trying to make sure I keep them all together. And then dismissed without leave, the DA. That's, And that one was a misdemeanor. It was a cancel, revoke, suspended certificate and tag. Not my license. My license wasn't. It was the tag. Okay. And that was the same day. Let me see. Same cop. No longer have the car. We ended up scrapping the car. It just broke. It was an old car. Let me see. It wasn't worth putting the money into it to repair it when it flopped on us. This one was simple worthless check, misdemeanor, $235 court cost, $25 fine. I pled guilty. It says I got 30 days and 12 months probation. And I remember that specifically because when he said that, my eyes got really big. And he said, you're not going to jail. This is just what the sentence is. I'm waiving the 30 days. And then he popped the probation down to 6 months. I don't know why it says that. But I didn't have to go see a probation officer or anything. It was just like if I did it again in that time frame, which I didn't. I did the guilty thing. And all that was is, We had just set up a bigger bill. Not like I have to explain it, but a lot of y'all will understand what I'm talking about. We set up a bigger bill to come out automatically. Automatic pay from our bank account. I am the worst about handling our bills. I mean, if they're on like a dry erase board, I'm great. But we had just set this up. We've never had an automatic payment bill. And I was thinking, yeah, we've got like, I think it was like $340 in the bank. I went to the grocery store. I didn't know that a $200-some bill had already come out. So I ended up overdrawing the bank account. And it ended up being to the amount, the overdraw was to the amount that it was a worthless check. But, you know, I didn't know. It was like stupidity on my part. So be it. I live. Still not a felon. Got a misdemeanor here for, what's the date? September the 8th. Criminal traffic misdemeanor. I don't know. It doesn't even say what the charge was. And when I look it up for the case, I didn't find anything. Dismissal without leave, DA. It's the same one. That's right. It's November 2009 again. Let me see. The funny thing with that November 2009, let me tell y'all, I love this story. Okay, what happened with the November 2009 one was, between me and Doug, there was a breakdown in communications. He was working all the time. He would be out of town for 10 days, be home for 12 hours, and back out again for a week. Not even kidding. He was working constantly. He was bringing home up to $1,800 a week. I mean, the money was definitely there. Everything for the car was for him. His name was on everything. I didn't handle any of that shit. I never did, and I still to this day do not. I don't handle any stuff with the car. Working the way he was, exhausted, sick and tired of being away from home, making all the money in the world, but never having time to fucking spend it. And it slipped his mind. How many of us go outside and immediately look at our tag on our car? None of us. So I'd been driving around for over a month with the bad tag. I didn't know. But anyway, so I got all these tickets, and I was so mad. I was like, you fucking did not pay. And he was like, I don't have time to think about it. So, well, you're paying all this shit. It's going to cost you, fucker. So I went to court. It was like $600 or right at it for all the fines and the fees and stuff. And I had the money on hand when I went to court. Again, I could have gone and paid it before court. And they said because of the amount being over 500 or something like that, I had to go to court. Exactly. I'm not a criminal. No, but this is fun because I remember this specific good story. Listen to me, Dick Benigna. This is good. So I'm sitting in court, right? And this is the Nash County Court. It is an old courthouse. This is like 1800 shit, okay? And the way it's set up, like, I don't know, like a movie theater almost. I don't know. It's beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful court. So I notice the cop give me a wave, and then he goes and sits where the police are supposed to sit. And I'm sitting there by myself, and I'm watching, and he goes over to the DA when they called my name, and he waves me away. He's like, and I'm like, oh, I thought I was supposed to go too, you know. So I go sit back down, and I'm watching him, and he's leaning over talking to the DA, and she's listening to him, and then she looks over to me, and he points over to me. And he looks at me, and he kind of just smiles. And I'm like, what's happening here? Either they're going to put me in jail. I don't know what's going on. So, now mind you, this cop is fucking hot. He is like, why are you a cop when you should be my breakfast? But anyway, so then he calls me over, him and the DA call me over. It's a chick. Him and the chick call me over, and I get over there, and I'm thinking, now this is where they spread it all out and tell me what I owe. And it was like almost $600. And I don't watch Big Brother. I don't watch TV. I read books. So the DA looks at me and goes, that'll be all. Have a good day. And I went, what? And I look at him, and he gives me the smile and I'm like, oh, snap-a-doodle. I might be having breakfast after all. I'm joking. And she went, no, that is it. I said, so I don't have to pay anything? She went, no, have a good day. thank you for coming in. And he looked at me and said, have a good day. I left. I went my motherfucking ass home. I was so happy. I don't know what happened, but that cop apparently liked me and didn't want me to have to pay all that shit. So, whoever that is, Boykins was his name. You're awesome. Exactly. It was in November. My birthday was in a few days from that too. So yeah, that was really cool. So that's what happened with that. It was awesome. I had a good outcome. Good things happen to good people. It's hard when you, well, it was like we lived apart because he was constant. No, I'm not. I'm a Sagittarius. Scorpios end at the 22nd, I think, or the 23rd, and then Sagittarius start. Sagittarius are super freaks. I'm not ashamed. Let me see. I got to get to the next one. Okay. Oh yeah, you're a Scorpio for real, for real. Okay. Scorpios are, and you know what? It depends on if you're a chick or a dude. The signs aren't the same for a chick or a dude, and the Chinese zodiac years, they matter too. They all come into play, I think. Oh, wow. Halloween, baby. My daughter Shane was due on Halloween, but they induced me early because my son was almost born in the parking lot. They didn't want to take that chance of it happening with Shane. I nearly had him in the parking lot in the hospital. Okay, so now we've got, what is this one? This was September. I don't know. Where is it? It doesn't even say what it is. It just has the case and criminal, and that's it. Okay. This is Duval County. This was November 01. Oh, yeah, this is a good story. Y'all ready for this one? Like I told my friend, this is why me and brown liquor aren't friends anymore. Nobody ever had a good day around me if I was angry at them and I was drinking brown. If I'm drinking, I'm good. It's my hangover that will fuck a world up. So, what had happened was, first off, let me see if it got battery domestic. Doug should have kicked my ass. Nolo contender. What is that? Adjudication withheld. What is all? I don't remember what any of that is because I haven't been in trouble with the law in a long time. Anyway, I know it got dropped because they saw that it was between me and Doug, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to do it. Y'all, clearly, there was just an incident. It wasn't like we had a history, and the judge even said, how long have y'all been together? And we were like, 100,000 years. And that was in 01, so we'd been together for 21 years. So they were like really easygoing. And what had happened was, it was a Friday, I think it was a Friday night. I don't want to, see, I can look it up on the calendar, but it was like a Friday night. You sound like you should go to the gas chamber. I know, I deserve it. It was like a Friday night, and we were drinking and playing cards, because we didn't go out. Yes, somebody set up the guillotine. So, we never went out. We didn't go partying. We didn't go to bars. If we did go out, we went over to visit friends that had kids our kids' ages, and we had bonfires, and we cooked out, and we drank and played cards there, you know. But we didn't use babysitters. It just wasn't our gig. And, we drank, just me and Doug sitting around, drank, played cards, watched a fight on HBO, I think that night was one, and went to bed. We went to bed late, and there was a air show the next day in Jacksonville. We lived there then too, you know. We lived here then. Thank you, Metronista. So we went to we were supposed to go to the air show. I was terrified of air shows back then, and I was a wreck. I didn't want to go. So that had been a topic of conversation as well. I was terrified of air shows. And I told him, it's not worth it. Just watch the videos online. don't, you know. So, went to bed. It must have been around 5 or 6 in the morning when I went to bed. Doug didn't drink as much as me, and he went to bed a little earlier than me. And I stayed up on the computer for a while. Plus, my brother-in-law had just passed away not even a month before. And he was like the only brother that I had. He passed away from an aneurysm after being in a coma for, I think it was like 34 days. It was a while. Yeah. So, I was still dealing with that. I'm not blaming it, but that's what was going on in my life at that time, and I knew I was never going to see Carl again. So, Didn't want to go to the air show, drank brown liquor, got up way too early because we're laying in the bed, and Doug, he's going, get up, get up. I'm still drunk. That's bad news. I'm still drunk. He knew better. And he's going, get up, it's time to go to the air show. He was trying to wake me up in a funny way, like, haha, get up, butthole. And I was like, stop it, I'm not getting up yet. He was like, the air show, we've got to make that drive out there. The traffic's going to be terrible. I was like, I'm not going to the air show. We both knew that by the time I got my eyes open and got up, took a piss, got me some water to rehydrate myself, I was going to the air show. Maybe. But he says he didn't do it, but he fucking did. He reared back his feet. He drew his feet back and he put his feet on the small of my back and pushed me out of the bed. And I landed in the floor. And when I come up off that floor, he jumped up on the bed. And I reached under and grabbed him by the balls and snatched. I was a monster. I don't know how he dealt with me. I don't know how he dealt with me. I went right for the gusto. And he was like, you bitch. I'm not ashamed. I think I actually talked about this on a hangout years ago. And I was like, you want to call the cops on me? You want to call the cops on me? So I handed him the phone, and he was like, I ain't calling the cops on you. I said, I'll call them for you. And I dialed 911 and tried to hand him the phone. And he was like, I don't want you to go to jail. I'm not calling the cops on you. I was like, they're on the phone. Tell them what I did. I don't give a shit. I don't want to go to the air show. I don't care. And he was like, I don't want you to go to jail. So I fucking hung it up and I set it down on the washer and I said, fine. Leave me alone, I'm fucking sleeping. And I climbed back in the bed. I was like, take the kids to the air show if you hate them and you want them to die and killed by a freak out plane accident. I was being over dramatic. And the cops showed up because I called 911 and then hung up and they could hear us screaming. So I was in the bed and Doug went to the door. I didn't know the police were there. And turned out Doug kept trying to convince them everything was fine. And he said, no, not after the screaming and yelling we heard. I'm going to have to see her. He comes into the room and goes, Corey. I went, what? He went, there's a cop here. I said, good. Tell him to have a good day. Leave me alone. He goes back and tells the cop, and the cop told him, you tell her if she doesn't come outside and talk to me right now, I'm coming in. He comes back and says, Corey, what used to be poking at garden snake is now like poking at a black mamba. What do you mean? I'm telling my crime story. I'm telling my crime story. So I got up and was like, fine. So I'm in a t-shirt, underwear, and I slipped on some pajama shorts. And I threw the front door open and I walked down and I slammed it shut and I went, yes. He went, turn around and put your hands behind your back. I went, not a problem. I turned around, I put my hands behind my back, and I said, bye, motherfucker. And then the kids were playing in the front yard, and my best friend's kids were over, and they went and got her mama, their mama, my best friend, and she came over, and she was knocking on the police car window going, Corey, she's Puerto Rican from New York. Corey, what did you do? What did you do? Oh my God, girl, I'm going to watch the kids for you. Don't worry. Okay. It's cool. I'm getting ready to make dinner. I'm putting it in the crock pot. I was like, fine. I'm just going to take me a vacation. I'm a convict. I spent 2 nights in jail because it happened on a Saturday morning and I couldn't get in to see the magistrate until Monday. But anyway, this asshole cop, but when you get time to do a search on black mambas, okay. This asshole cop went outside of the area where I lived and parked in front of a store and sat there in front of the store that was closed and just sat there filling out paperwork with me in the back handcuffed, having to piss like mad because I was still full of alcohol. And it came down to him saying, Corey, you know you shouldn't drink. He was just being super petty. And I was like, how about you fucking mind your business and take me to jail? He said, you don't need to talk to me that way. I said, well, then leave me the fuck alone. It was just nasty. I had a I don't give a damn attitude back then. I did for many years. And I didn't. And I spit in his hair. They had the mesh metal grating. And he was like, now you know you're going to get in trouble for that. See, I did shit to that cop, and I did talk about this in one of my vlogs called something about trailer park life, I think. I'll find it. It's on my channel. I talked about a lot of the stuff that happened when I lived in this mobile home park, which is now gone. I kicked the grating. I was vicious. And when he finally, I told him to stop trying to Dr. Phil me because he ain't my daddy. And he has a job, and that is to cuff me or shoot me. So he needs to do something. So when he finally took me in, we went to the basement area of the Duval County Jail, and he goes into the office, like one of the offices in the basement. He comes out. He's got like 7 police officers, and they're all grinning, and they're putting on gloves. Those, you know, those little snappy gloves. And I'm back there like this, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I'm such a fucking threat. So he opens the door, and he says, let me see, the video you put up on your grandson's video made me smile the whole time. You're talking about the one of him doing the floor? But he opens the door, and there's like one female cop and the rest are men, and they're just smiling like, here we go. And he says, Cori, am I going to have any problem out of you? And I went, not now. I was like, fucker. Okay, we're going to have to let you go. All right, it was nice having you, but you're going to have to leave now. How do I? Okay, all right there, copy bot. So, thank you. They're my little boo-boos. Hi, Rory. So that happened. Memory lane. It is what it is. You know, it was nothing for me to headbutt somebody for running their mouth when I was drinking. Just was. I had one girl latch onto my face with her teeth, and she wouldn't let go. And my girlfriend, the Puerto Rican girl, I love her. Me and her are still really tight. Her husband's trying to pull this bitch off and pull me off of her. Because I've got her like this, and I'm busting her in the top of the head because I couldn't get a good swing. She had me a bite down like this. Oh, God. That was so nice of him to do that for them. But anyway, I was like, dude, don't pull me. She has a mouthful of my face. And every time I drew back, I didn't know that he was behind me, and I'd hit him. I broke his finger with my elbow. And when they got her off of me, or got her to let go of me, and I was able to get up off of her, I was like, this bitch fucked me up. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck her up when I see her. She lives right across the street from me where we lived. And my girlfriend was like, no, girl, you got your eyeballs all drunk. You fucked that bitch up. Well, we'll see. She worked as a waitress at Sneakers, yes, at the beach, I think. And when I saw her the next morning, I got my door open, and I'm sitting outside getting me some fresh air. Because we got into a fight after that as well in my friend's backyard. She went home. I went home. I ran into her. We fought again. Whipped that ass again. So she talked shit about my son, and when she did, I reached behind me, I grabbed her, and I threw her over my shoulder and whooped that ass. And I saw her the next day, and she was just fucked up. She had these big old shades on. She had these glasses on to block. I was like, she can't wear them at work. She's waiting tables. And when she came home from work, she didn't have glasses on because she had to walk to the bus stop and ride the bus to work. And when she come back, she was fucked up. And I was like, looking good. And I had this massive bite mark right here. It's gone now, obviously, but for a long time it was a big clump, like a knot. It was there for almost a year, where she had just like mashed all the flesh together and all the cell. It was bad. But yeah, I fucked that world up. So anyway, that happened. I've talked about all this on my vlogs, so they're not showing y'all anything on here that. And I didn't go to jail for that one. I should have, because I should have got a maim and disfigurement charge for that one, because her nose didn't normally look that way. She did not talk shit to me ever again. The guy behind us, she couldn't get him to come to the door, and Doug went over as this old man. He was a caddy for the PGA. So he was a member of the PCA Hall of Fame. His name is Ralph Coffey. Look him up. And he lived right behind us, and she came over and got Doug and was like, I can't get Ralph to come to the door. And Doug looked through the window up high, and he had killed over and died right on the floor. like he was sitting on the couch and he just had like he stroked out right then and just widow maker right on the floor. He was a really cool old man. And that was when we kind of made amends and we spoke again because she was upset. I was upset. Everybody was upset. We hugged. It was fine. We didn't apologize to each other. We just were like, let it go. It is what it is. She was like, yeah, it definitely is what it is. We're going to just let that go. So it was over with. Was she going to say, no, I want to fight you again? How dumb would that be? All right, let me see what else I got here. Let me see. I love talking about my past. Life doesn't have regrets. It has lessons. You learn from them. If you don't learn from them, then you've created the regrets yourself. That's all I can say. All right, so we got Paulette Corey Briggs. This is when I was spelling it with an I because I was a rebellious little fucker. And that's the one that I was just telling you about with Doug. He should have whipped my ass. I tell him to this day, you should have whipped my ass. He's like, I'm not hitting you. Let me see. Same one. It's the same one. November the 3rd. Same one. Okay. So y'all can see it. November the 3rd. Same one. I don't know why they have repetitives up here. I see those on Lindy's as well. On her background check, she has some repetitives too. See, I would love to just say they're all new ones, but, you know, I'm not vicious like her. So I just, you know, I call them for what they are. They're repetitives. This is in Virginia. Failure to appear. Yeah, I was the worst about that. I was like, yeah, they'll just charge me as guilty and I'll get the fine. But no. Exactly. You don't agree. You just say, whatever, we just drop the shit. I actually thought that they would just, you know, give me the fine. But no, they picked my ass up. They took me in. It was something dumb. It was a minor thing. That was the dog one, I think. Anyway. Let me see. Yep, there it is. Failure to appear. Right there. And that was in 97. Acapius, yeah. Contempt of court, you know, because how dare you not show up, you know, that kind of thing. Guilty. I was guilty. Obviously, they gave me bail and I paid a fine. And then I did it again. Missed my court date again. But yeah, it was the dog at large charge, see? It was a dog at large charge originally. So I didn't go to jail for dog at large. They arrested me and booked me and released me for not going to court. That's what they did. And I seriously thought that they would just make me, see? I was found guilty in my absence. Right there you go. See? And then they said, but pick her up anyway. I just thought they would find me guilty and I'd have to pay the shit, you know? And that was my precious boy, big boy. He was one of my scrappy little strays, but there won't nothing little about him. He was 125 pounds when he died. We had him put down. This one is defective equipment. Now, this one I should probably be in prison for. I had a broken tail light. I mean, my shame is never ending over this one. I ask the church to pray for me. I call the prayer hotline to have them pray this guilt away over that one all the time. And I'm an atheist, but I do it. It doesn't work. My guilt is so heavy over that one. No registration. That was in 98. In my possession. See, it wasn't that I didn't have a registration. You're supposed to, in Virginia, have it with you at all times. And I didn't have it in the car. I don't even remember why. I just know it wasn't in there. See, in my possession. I was found guilty in my absence because I just didn't go to court. I had 2 kids then. No, I didn't. I had 3 kids. I had 3 kids, and one of them was not in school yet, so I just was like, fuck it, come get me. At that point, you know, actually I probably just forgot. Speeding, 72 and a 55. Again, put me on the firing squad. Still not a felon. I lived life on the edge. What can I say? I'm a rebel without a pause. Then again, I'm not a felon. She's like, I've got one thing on my record. Yeah, you made it a doozy. I'd rather have all these little things than that one thing. I like being able to decide if I want to vote. I don't know, kind of the patriotic thing to do. Unlikely criminal records. Unlikely. Domestic battery. That is me. So I don't know why it's under unlikely. It is clearly me. No, it wasn't her fault. Of course it wasn't. That's what sociopaths say. Nothing is ever their fault. And they never fucking admit that they've been busted. They will lie to cover, a lie to cover, a lie to cover, a lie to cover, a motherfucking lie. We are all getting a lesson in being a sociopath right now. We have been for over a year and a half. However long we've had to deal with that shit. Let me see. This one is simple worthless check. Don't really remember what that one was. I cannot remember. But it was just a little misdemeanor thing and I had to pay it and blah, 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 blah. Not a felon. Not a felon. Maybe I rubbed the system the wrong way, but I'm not a felon. And I'm not on any watch lists. That's the good thing. That's a good thing. And I'm not living with a man with a whole bunch of fucked up things going on. But that's it. That's all. I got a criminal traffic one here. It doesn't really say what it is. It just says case number and citation number. I tried to look that up on the Nash County site. It comes up with nothing. It's too old. It's from 2009. So, yeah. And then they've got all the sex offenders in my local area where I lived. But anyway, so that's mine. That's mine. Now, Doug's is really interesting. And there's my man. That's my man. That's him. Okay. He's got a really neat one here that I love. Wait a minute. I'm just going to scroll down past the family because that's not what we're here for, you know. We're going right to the criminal thing because he is a piece of shit. Sorry, motherfucker in the world. Hold on. The man wouldn't even hit me. But me and him sit around beating each other. Yeah, one incident and we're beating each other. Okay, hold on. No, I didn't hit him. I just tried to snatch his sack off. March 2010. I'm not even asking him, can I read it? He doesn't care. I already know he doesn't care. That's what happens when you've been with a man for 30 years. You know they don't give a shit. Let me see. I'm trying to see what I've missed here. Okay. That one doesn't even say, what is it? Disposed. Yes, it doesn't even, you get a citation thing here, but it goes nowhere. There's like nothing. It tells you nothing. Case number. Date. No, that's the update date. Sorry. Hi, Vanessa. It was in 2010. There we go. Let's see. Traffic. It was traffic court. So it was some fucking ticket thing. See right there? Traffic court. This one was failure to stop at a stop sign. Gonna have to put him down. We don't need that kind of shit on our roads. Dismissed without leave by DA. They just said, fuck it. Just go away. You're good. This one is... That's the State Highway Patrol. Oh, God. You guys. Dismissed without leave by the DA. There are multiple charges from this particular day. And I've got something really beautiful for you. Expired inspection. First off, we were hauling something. We had a trailer. You know those little beat-up, hoopty lawn trailers? You can, like, ride a mower up on, and then you close it up and go on down. Okay, we borrowed his friend's. We knew that the tag was bad. But we were only going to be right there in the back roads in the country area. And didn't think, you know, nothing of it. And, well, anyway, expired registration. That was on our actual truck, though. That wasn't on the trailer. We got in trouble for the trailer, too. But as you can see, it all got put away. I got something really neat for y'all. Check it out. I vlogged about it. Look at this. I actually recorded that day. Yeah, I've got so much to hide. Watch. I was busting on him so bad. It's called Busted by NC State Trooper, March 14th, 2010. Watch. Busted. I need a goddamn remote. Where's my remote? I told him, busted. Hold on. It's all turned up. It's 15 seconds long. Look how mad he is. He's so mad. Watch. Busted. Busted. You know how that feels, don't you? He said, you know how that feels, don't you? I sure do, boo-boo. You know how that feels, don't you? Turn it off or I'm not playing. Busted. State Trooper. Turn it off. I'm not playing for it. It's not funny. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Yeah. So that's how I roll. I hide things. Did I lose my... There it is. Okay. So there you go, you guys. Did y'all see that? I don't know if anyone even saw that video. It's on my channel. So, yeah, I was trying to hide that about Doug, too. I didn't want anyone to ever know, so I went ahead and vlogged about it. Let me see. Yeah, our pictures are up in the post office. Okay. Talk about a pathetic little couple. They're trying so hard. Still not a felon. This one is the same time, right here, March 2013. Some of it was done in March, some of it was done in June. It's all the same shit. Let me see. March 2013, expired registration. Same one. Failure to stop at a stop sign. Same one. This is all failure to stop at it's the same one. The court costs were $13 and the fine was $25. Hold up. Still not a felon. Gosh, Boris, whatever will you do for your big Saturday reveal? Who are you going to expose? Kind of anxious to see. Not really, because I have a life. Hertford, North Carolina. That was a miserable one. I hated that one. My mom had to come out and get us. The cop was really nice, though. The cops, they were like, I think it was a tag, I think. Let me see. I think it was the tag. Wait a minute. Let me see if it says it on here. I believe it was the tag. And we were coming from my sister's. So we were driving through Hertford. Cannot remember. It doesn't say. I think it was the tag. But anyway. Where is it? Yeah, there it is, the January one. And my mom had to come out, but before she got there, she had to come all the way from Rocky Mount. And Doug said, well, officer, what are we supposed to do about our car? I mean, we can't just leave it in Hertford and then come all the way back to get it. We don't have a way to. This is our only ride. And the cop was really nice, and he smiled, and the other one smiled, and they said, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you that now that we're finished with our business here, me and my partner here are going to go all the way down to the end and sit in the McDonald's parking lot and listen to the radio. And we were like, okay. That was their way of saying, just leave. So they were like, so have a good night and be safe. So my mom got there and she followed us all the way back. She was behind us the entire time so nobody could see our tags. And we got the car home. But yeah, the cop was like, just, we're going to go over here and listen to the radio. So you do what you need to do, buddy. This one doesn't say what it was. Duval County, 03, criminal, traffic. So it was a traffic, worthless, oh no, that was a criminal, worthless check. That one made me mad, $150. It was over $150. It was a two-party check. That one pissed me off. Do y'all remember back in the day when eBay let you pay with a check? Does anybody remember that? There was a time when eBay let you pay with a check. And you could wait for the check to come in the mail. And I did. I sold quite a bit on eBay. A lot, actually. And twice this has happened to us. Once when they wrote it to Doug, and once when they wrote it to me. So they wrote me a check. They wrote Doug a check this one time. This was in '03, and that's why it's a two-party check. We took it to the check cashing joint, and we went to cash it, and it went through fine. You think it's fine, right? So they contact us back and go, oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry, they didn't even contact us. We didn't go there again for almost a year. That's what it was at. And when I went up there to cash something, and Doug was going to cash something there, and they were like, no, you owe us this much. And we were like, no, we don't owe you. How would we owe you anything? That's odd. And they explained to us that we cashed a check there for this amount on this date, and it was no good. I said, we don't have checks right now. We haven't had a checking account in almost a year. And they were like, well, you cash this. Isn't this you? And Doug said, yes. And then we figured it out. I went, wait a minute. The only time we would have a check for that amount was that thing we sold on eBay. So that's where that came from. Some bitch in Iowa wrote us a check, and it didn't go through. And you're supposed to wait for the check to clear before you ship the item. But this is when I was pretty new to eBay. I was really new to eBay, actually. It was within my first year. And so that happened, which really pissed me off. So that's where that came from. Possible criminal record, and I looked at these, and that ain't him. Like, there's one in, the Hertford one is, obviously. And, let me see. And we actually had to go all the way back there to go to court for that shit. Thank you for the hearts. Look at you showing love to my criminal ass and my criminal husband. Unlikely crimes. There's one for Volusia County. I don't even know the direction Volusia County would be in. Probably south, because we're in the northernmost part of the state. We've never been there. Worthless check, make utter issue. Yeah, don't know what they're talking about there. What was the date on that? June 24th, 1980. Definitely not Doug. Doug was 11 years old. I just realized it was in 1980. Always with the hearts. I love the love, you guys. I do. This guy here is 5'11" and 207 pounds. Not Doug. Well, not my Doug anyway. Cocaine. Yeah, not even. Doug's 6'1". There's no mistaking that. This is it. That's the end of his shit. But he's not 5'11", and when he was 11 years old, he didn't commit any crimes. So wasn't that fun, class? Now that we know we should look at Thomas's. His is very interesting. Maybe we'll do a Saturday night expose. We can have the expose. Or maybe they can have Thomas come on and read his own criminal report. Now do Lindy. We'll save that for our expose Saturday night. See how many viewers we can get. I need to feed my fragile ego. Do y'all want to help me feed my fragile ego? We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do a Saturday night, since they was going to read Doug's, and he's my actual husband, so it doesn't really matter if I read her boyfriend's. It's just her boyfriend, so I don't really care that she thinks that she's a wife to him. Apparently not much of a wife, because she's fucking around on him, so, you know. I'm still looking for that prostitution charge of mine. I can't find it. Neither can my friends. No, they can't find it either. So that was fun. And this concludes today's Cori Shares Her Past, because she loves the life that she lived. Wait, what? What do you mean, wait, what? I am not on a watch list, and I'm not a felon. And I was full of shenanigans, and still I'm a little bit full of shenanigans, but I'm less likely to trigger because I'm tired, and I've got these beautiful babies to take care of, and life matters. Back then I was in a pretty bad way. I was in actually a very bad way. That's the first thing I heard. What's the first thing you heard? I just got on here and I hear a prostitute charge. Yeah, somebody's claiming I got a prostitute charge, and they have absolutely no proof of it. Matter of fact, Lindy went on to Cooper Chat's Hangout 2 weekends, well, not this past Saturday night, but the Saturday night before. And she even said when I confronted her about it, how about when you said that I had a prostitution charge in a Denny's parking lot? She went, okay, I'll admit. That was just a rumor started by Kat and Rory. She said it. It's on the fucking Hangout. So now they are knowingly making shit up about me. They know it. So that's the kind of people you follow if you follow them. Blatantly lying, and they will lie about everything to anybody. So Cori tells the truth and shows proof, and even documents her life to the point that she was able to show you an incident that's on Doug's police report, his background check. Isn't that neat? That's how open Cori is. You know, the one that has so many secrets and people are just finding out all of them. Yeah, that's the same Cori, me. Oh, God, stupid is as stupid does. You got Forrest Gump, you got Boris Gump, and Jenny, because that's literally her name, Jeannie. So you got Boris Gump and Jenny, a total hoe, and a retard. It's like art imitates life. It's beautiful. Thank you, Matronista. I thought I handled it well, too. It was going into the lion's den. Everybody on that panel was against me, and I gave that many fucks. Debbie was getting attacked. They were just like Lori. I mean, just like you got Lori over there with that, and you've got Allie over there like this. And Debbie couldn't even get a word in. And it's like, why the fuck are these hoes on here? Get them off. Why are y'all up on my friend? Give me a goddamn link. Oh, Cooper's cool. I'm not a fan of everything he does, just like he's not a fan of everything that I do. But we've met, we've hugged, we've shared a meal together, we've done video together, and that's just the way it is. We have that. We have that. We've actually met. He's met my husband. He's met Jack. We didn't have Aaron then. And we shared our first meeting with Rosie and Jen. And that's just not going to change. Nope. He said he loves you more than Lindy, and he told her that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I mean, he lives close by to the point that I could, like, say, yo, I've got no kids this weekend. Do you want to get together with me and Doug, go shoot some pool and listen to a band? You know? It wasn't painful for me. It was not painful. I was on there for just like I said. I'm not going to stay. I said it as soon as I got on there. I ain't going to stay on for long because I've got to get up in the morning. I've got something I'm going to do with my family. And that's exactly what I did. And of course, you know, the sociopath mind says, you did. You ran like a little bitch. You did. Yes, you did. I'm like, okay, just let her say it. I mean, that's what we used to do in the home. When they would get worked up, we would just go, okay. You learn to pick your battles. It's like, okay, you're right. I'm wrong. Nap time. You fucking retard. Yeah, she's a little bit of the psycho, and a felon. She's a felonious psycho. Cori's got all those charges, and she's still not a felon. And she's not wearing a bra, so we got to keep the puppies in check. So, do y'all like the gray? Should I cover it? Maybe wear some makeup? I would be stalking him. Good thing he doesn't live close to me. Ah! Why would you stalk him? You're ill-equipped. You don't have the mechanisms he likes. He don't go that way. Cooper's just one of the girls. All right. It is now almost, well, it's almost 20 to 3, and I was going to watch something on Netflix called Redemption, I think. I can't remember now. I'm going to have to go hunt it down again. But I want to thank my friend for giving me the background checks, and what an eye-opener for Thomas. Oh, my balls. How does he have security clearance anywhere. Help me understand this. But yeah, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. The rules don't always apply to you if they apply to others, you know. Do as I say, not as I do. That's the camp you're from. Ugh. He's my gay crush. My husband has been informed. That's funny. Yeah, I've got my crushes too. Both old and recent. And Doug knows about him. And he's like, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, now you do know I would have to do him if I had the chance, right? He's like, no. So, thank you for the hearts. You guys are amazeballs. And I've enjoyed this time sharing my non-felonious shenanigans. You get a better idea of just how badass I was back in the day and how tired I am now. But I will pick up a 2x4 and knock someone's block off if I have to. I've never backed down from a fight from a woman or a man. Ever. And I never will. Bye, Matronista. Bye, Janie. Bye, Dick Beninya. If you're still on here, who else? I want to make sure that I don't miss anybody. Yeah, Matronista. Bye. And DFC and Outlaw Lifestyle. Oh, I think I would like you, Outlaw Lifestyle. Bye, Vanessa Styles. Steve and Nola. I don't know. I can't get it to scroll that far. Brandy. Good night.